Friendship is a quiet promise. It's a bond built on shared secrets and easy laughter. Love, though, is a different kind of magic. It often grows from the rich soil of a deep friendship, slowly and without warning. Sometimes it takes years for two people to actually see what's been right in front of them all along. This is the story of Liam and Maya. Their journey didn't begin with a spark, but with the steady, warm glow of a friendship that would one day light up their entire world. A friendship that was destined for something more, something deeper, something that would last forever. Their story began on a bright autumn day. Liam was new to the small town of Serenity Creek. He was a quiet boy with thoughtful eyes. Maya was the girl next door with a smile that could chase away any clouds. She found him sitting alone under the old oak tree that stood between their houses. She offered him half of her apple, and with that simple gesture, a connection was formed. They spent their childhood exploring the woods behind their homes, building forts, and sharing dreams under the vast starry sky. Their friendship was as natural as the changing seasons, a comfortable and constant presence in each other's lives. They were an inseparable pair. People in town always saw them together. Liam and Maya, Maya and Liam, the names just fit. They navigated the awkward years of middle school with a shared sense of humor. He would help her with her math homework, his patient explanations making the difficult problems seem simple. She would encourage him to join the school play, her belief in him giving him the courage to step onto the stage. Their bond was a safe harbor, a place where they could be themselves without fear or judgment. It was a friendship built on a foundation of trust and unwavering support. As the years passed, their shared history grew. It was written in the countless bike rides down dusty country roads and the long summer afternoons spent by the lake. It was in the whispered conversations late at night and the easy silences that only true friends can share. They knew each other's hopes and fears, their greatest strengths and their deepest insecurities. Their lives were woven together, creating a beautiful and intricate tapestry of memories. This deep, unbreakable friendship was the solid ground upon which their future love story would eventually be built, a testament to the power of a connection that starts in childhood. High school brought new challenges and new people into their lives. The once simple world of their childhood became a more complex landscape of crowded hallways and social pressures, yet their friendship remained a constant. Liam joined the baseball team, and Maya became the editor of the school newspaper. Despite their different interests, they always found their way back to each other at the end of the day. They would sit on the bleachers after practice, sharing stories and offering advice. Their bond was a quiet anchor in the often turbulent sea of teenage life, a familiar comfort that never wavered. There were moments, small and seemingly insignificant, that hinted at something deeper. At the homecoming dance, Maya's date left her sitting alone. Liam, without a moment's hesitation, left his own friends to sit with her. He didn't say much, but his presence spoke volumes. He just sat there, making her laugh with silly jokes until she forgot why she was sad. Another time, Liam was struggling with a big game. He was nervous and unsure of himself. Maya wrote him a simple note that just said, "I believe in you." He kept that note in his wallet for years, a small reminder of her unwavering faith in him. These key events were like stones dropped into a calm pond, sending ripples through their comfortable friendship. They were moments of pure, selfless care that went beyond ordinary companionship. When Maya's grandmother passed away, Liam was the first person at her door. He didn't try to offer empty words of comfort. Instead, he just held her hand, offering a silent strength that she desperately needed. He stayed with her family for hours, a quiet, steady presence in a storm of grief. In that moment, Maya saw a depth in him that she had never noticed before, a maturity and compassion that touched her heart. Their friends started to notice it too. They would often joke that Liam and Maya were an old married couple. The comments would make them both blush and laugh it off, but a small seed of doubt had been planted. Was it just friendship, or was there something more to the easy way they understood each other, the way they could finish each other's sentences? The line between friendship and something more began to blur, becoming less distinct with each passing day. The comfortable certainty of their bond was slowly being replaced by a new, unspoken tension, a quiet question that hung in the air between them. The turning point came during the summer after graduation. It was a time of change and uncertainty. College was on the horizon, and for the first time, they would be miles apart. One warm evening, they sat by the lake watching the sun set in a blaze of orange and pink. The reality of their impending separation settled over them, a heavy and unwelcome silence. It was in that quiet moment that Liam looked at Maya, truly looked at her. He saw not just his childhood friend, but a beautiful young woman whose laughter was the sweetest music he had ever heard. His heart beat a little faster. Maya felt it too. As she looked at Liam, she saw the boy she had always known, but there was something different in his eyes. There was a new intensity, a vulnerability she had not seen before. She realized that the thought of leaving him, of not seeing him every day, caused a physical ache in her chest. This was more than just the sadness of saying goodbye to a friend. It was a deeper, more profound feeling of loss. The comfortable lines of their friendship had shifted, and they found themselves standing on unfamiliar ground, both excited and terrified by what it could mean. The fear was real and overwhelming. Their friendship was the most precious thing they had. What if they were wrong? What if they confessed these new feelings and it shattered everything they had built over the years? The thought of losing each other was unbearable. It seemed safer to keep these emotions hidden, to pretend that nothing had changed. They were afraid to risk the comfortable certainty of their past for the uncertain possibility of a future together. This fear held them captive, creating a silent distance between them for the first time in their lives. But beneath the fear, there was a spark of hope, a thrilling excitement. What if it wasn't a mistake? What if this was what they were always meant to be? The thought of holding her hand as more than a friend, of calling him hers, was a powerful and intoxicating idea. This new possibility was both terrifying and wonderful. It was a whisper of a different kind of future, one filled with a deeper love and a more profound connection. The push and pull between fear and hope created a quiet storm within both of them, a storm that was about to break. The night before Maya was set to leave for college, a soft rain began to fall. Liam found her on her porch swing, staring out at the glistening streetlights. The air was thick with unspoken words. He knew it was now or never. Taking a deep breath, he walked over and sat beside her. He didn't have a grand speech prepared, he just had the truth. "Maya," he began, his voice barely a whisper, "I can't imagine my life without you in it. Not just as my friend. I think I'm in love with you." The words hung in the damp air, simple, honest, and terrifying. Maya looked at him, her eyes wide with surprise and relief. Tears welled up, mingling with the raindrops on her cheeks. "I love you too, Liam," she confessed, her voice trembling. "I think I have for a long time, but I was too scared to admit it." In that moment, all the fear and uncertainty melted away, replaced by a profound sense of rightness. It felt like coming home. Liam reached out and gently wiped a tear from her cheek. He leaned in, and under the soft glow of the porch light, he kissed her. It wasn't a passionate, desperate kiss, but one that was tender and full of promise. Their love story was not a whirlwind romance, but a slow, steady burn that had been growing for years. Their relationship was built on a foundation of shared history, unwavering trust, and a deep, abiding friendship. This foundation made their love strong and resilient. They had already weathered so many of life's storms together as friends. Facing them as a couple felt natural and right. They knew each other completely, the good and the bad, and they loved each other not in spite of their flaws, but because of them. Their bond was unbreakable, tested by time and strengthened by years of mutual respect and care. Years later, they would often sit on that same porch swing, their hands intertwined, and reflect on their journey. Their love was a beautiful testament to the idea that the greatest romances are often built on the greatest friendships. It is a love that is patient and kind, a love that grows stronger with each passing year. It is a quiet promise made on a rainy night that some friendships are simply destined to become forever. Their story was a simple one, but it was proof that sometimes the most extraordinary love is the one that has been there all along, waiting patiently to be discovered.